Okay.
One to go, well and good if not. Sorry. The match is supposed to start at 2:30. Yeah. No, you see, I thought you might have been over there already for the Leinster Express. That's why I was ringing.
Well, Moore Park in Portlaoise here, absolutely perfect condition after a week's rain. I had 2 days to recover and had recovered magnificently. Referee Pat Ahearne from Carlow walked the pitch before the game and declared it in a top-class condition. I walked it myself, and it's really unbelievable after all of the rain throughout the week that it's in perfect condition. Just the squares either end, but there's no muck, there's nothing like that. Referee Pat Ahearne is in the centre of the field for the moment. Castletown captain Pat Phelan has won the toss and elected to play into the Portlaoise end of the ground. Both sides line out at full strength, and certainly a Birr side with many Offaly players. Brian Mullins in goal, Gary Carl, Joe Arty, Donald Franks the full back line, John Paul O'Mara, Brian Phelan and Niall Claffey the half back line, Johnny Pilkinen and Barry Phelan centre of the field, Liam Power, Conor McGlone and Declan Pilkinen the half forward line, Rory Hannafy, Gary Hannafy and Simon Wheelahan. For Castletown, John Lyons is in goal, Martin Phelan, Paul Cuddy and Sean Hanlon the full back line, Robert Delaney, Cyril Cuddy and John Palmer, David Cuddy and Owen Dooley the centre of the field, but David Cuddy will probably start in attack with Phelan O'Sullivan going out to the centre of the field. Paulie Cuddy, John O'Sullivan and Michael Butler is the half forward line named, and the full forward line is Richard Kingston, Phelan O'Sullivan and Patrick Phelan. Birr, well, they have won 4 Leinster titles, won 2 All-Ireland titles, beaten in 1 All-Ireland final, beaten in 1 All-Ireland semi-final, and the only time they were ever beaten by any team in Leinster was way back in 1971 when they were defeated by Cameras of Laois. So the only team who was ever defeated in a Leinster competition. Certainly looking forward to a marvellous game here at Moore Park, has the makings of it, pitch is in perfect order. Referee Pat Ahearne is warming up in the field and the players are warming up too, and play should get underway in a couple of minutes. No, well, they have long-term injury worries, Castletown, but they have a full squad on duty here today. David Cuddy will be, again, their main man, and I see he's actually moving into the forwards as they speak. Phelan O'Sullivan moving out to the centre of the field. They'll be looking for firepower, they'll be looking for scoring, but I'd certainly say, having been beaten in 2 finals by Birr, they lack nothing in that end of it, and looking forward to a marvellous game as the national anthem is about to be played at Moore Park. And here on the French shore, and off the hills of Barnwell, the gallant will from Boston Fair, the Gandhi Square, the lost the shall live Connie, our army. Well, the national anthem sang like we've never heard it before at Moore Park. We've had some shaky ones in the past, but broke down today, but the crowd got under and got behind it. The crowd will get behind these 2 teams again. The game on. Castletown on the first attack. Patrick Phelan kicking the ball inside. Richard Kingston trying to win it in there. But Birr and Brian Wheelahan, the centre half back defending, drives it out to the middle of the field. Swipe made it, missed it. Out in the middle of the field is Phelan O'Sullivan for Castletown. Coming forward, number 14 is back. Kicks the ball ahead of him. Down to this side of the field. Her brother John, the centre half forward. John turns onto his left hand side. Drives it across towards Richard Kingston on the far side again. Kingston, the ball broken down to Niall Claffey. And Claffey comes away with it, but he's been held, and the free out is to Birr in the early stages of the game. 44 seconds gone. Brian Mullins, the goalkeeper, driving it up, way up along the far end of the field. Dropped down by Cyril Cuddy. Doesn't get it too far. Pulled on again by the wing half-back John Palmer. Across to the far side. Running out to it. Declan Pilkinen. Pilkinen back in towards the middle. in towards the corner forward, Rory Hannafy. Hannafy on the run. Big man, hand pass the ball back outside to Gary Hannafy, the brother, and he back outside again. Building up for a score. This looks like Declan Pilkinen driving it in, but driving it to the right and wide. The opening wide of the game from Declan Pilkinen. But certainly Castletown will have their hands full with forwards like Simon Wheelahan. What a full forward line. Rory Hannafy, Gary Hannafy and Simon Wheelahan. A long ball out down towards David Cuddy. Broken down by Johnny Pilkinen. Pilkinen on the ground, up along the side of the field. Being held up here was Rory Hannafy. Chasing him, Martin Phelan. Hannafy wins the ball and goes away from Phelan. Phelan in pursuit. Rory Hannafy going forward. He's a big man striking the ball across the square. The chance of a goalie for Simon Whelan. Turning, twisting, hops it inside. Scooping it up and gathering it out of John Lyne. The pressure on Castletown and Lyne responding to it. Doesn't go too far. Birr back in possession again. Cut away from them. Hannafy strikes it across to this side of the field. The race is on. Paul Cuddy just closing him down. In possession is Liam Power. Power drives it back in towards the square again. Lines it out to it. Takes it. Tackle is coming out. Brought to the ground. Exciting start to the game. Exciting couple of minutes. Come on, broken inside. It's Gary Hannafy, the full forward, looking for new timber. John Lyons will take it. Lyons drives it. Fighting for this kick, Richard Kingston on the far side. Also over there is Donald Franks. Niall Claffey. Franks and Claffey fighting for it. The ball out over the sideline. Lines him with the flag up. Looks like a throw ball. Phelan O'Sullivan trying to win it. Scoops it across. Pulling hard on Johnny Pilkinen in the midfielder. Driven on down by Sean Hanlon. A chance here. Patrick Phelan chasing it after it. Goalkeeper Mullins is out to it. Brian Mullins. Hand passes across the far side to cornerback Donald Franks. Franks up to Wheelahan. Simon Wheelahan. Still fighting for the ball is Simon Wheelahan. Now in his hands. Hand passes it inside to his wing half forward Declan Pilkinen. Pilkinen out near the sideline, 45 metres out. Back across the middle of the field. The ball straight across and pulling on it was Owen Dooley. Giving the ball and giving a, but what looked like a gift of a score. Johnny Pilkinen driving it wide. 2 wides for Birr. Declan Pilkinen with the first wide, Johnny Pilkinen with the second. But certainly Owen Dooley taking the wrong option in the middle of the field. He wins this ball now, tips out to an open space, pulls on it, not too far, in after it. It's Michael Butler. Patrick Phelan. Inside Richard Kingston, he couldn't control it, the ball just cut away. Great skill by Donald Franks. Patrick Phelan, the captain, trying to push his man out of the way, going forward. Helmet knocked off the head. Eventually the free given, with the free given against Patrick Phelan for what the referee called a throw ball. Play held up as Michael Butler receives attention on the side of the field. The free out will be to Birr and to Brian Mullins, the goalkeeper. Mullins drives a long one off towards Simon Whelan. Whelan trying to keep it in play, but out over the sideline. Robert Delaney will take the sideline ball about 40 metres out from his own goal. No score as yet. 6 minutes gone in the game. Birr back in possession and Johnny Pilkinen. A long hand pass across to the side. Driven in by John Paul O'Mara. Dropping the ball broken down. Birr with a chance here again. Half blocked down with Rory Hannafy. The ball danger not averted yet, but John Lyon showing great bravery, coming out, turning onto his right hand side and clearing a great ball down past the centre of the field. David Cuddy wins possession. David Cuddy under pressure. Johnny Pilkinen trying to close him down. Gets the ball down towards John O'Sullivan. The hurl was in, and the hurl was in a little bit high from centre half back. Brian Wheelahan Brian Whelan and John O'Sullivan in direct opposition. And the free in is to Castletown, and now the first chance surely of a score in the game for David Cuddy. 46 metres out to the left of the posts. David Cuddy has been deadly accurate this year from frees. Important one to start with here from him. Right at the ball, strikes it cleanly, and that's the opening score of the game. 7 minutes gone. David Cuddy with a 46 metre free after that foul of John O'Sullivan. Puck out taken quickly. Phelan O'Sullivan. Up along the far side, Phelan O'Sullivan as well, doing well in the centre of the field. He drills this one in towards Patrick Phelan and Joe Arity. The ball dropping aside, Patrick Phelan kicks it ahead of him. The overlap was there, but they just couldn't control it, and coming away is Arity. Hugely experienced player. Hand passed the ball outside to Barry Whelan. Massive ball from Barry. Up towards Hannafy, Rory Hannafy. Be held back there by Martin Phelan. Hannafy goes off on a run into an angle, hits it in high. It'll drop short. Up go the hands and the hurls again. Simon Whelan trying to kick the ball outside. Declan Pilkinen in there. Martin Phelan raises it but doesn't strike it. The pressure still on it. A lovely hand pass across to Declan Pilkinen. Pilkinen near the end line. Back outside again to Whelan. Whelan misses it. Robert Delaney doesn't, and comes away and drives a massive ball. Good defending by Robert Delaney. But the ball taken the far end by Niall Claffey. Claffey on the run. Phelan O'Sullivan goes to meet him. Gives the ball to Barry Whelan. Whelan drives it in. That's the opening score for Birr. 8 minutes gone. Birr equalise. Barry Whelan from play and the sides are level. Puck out dropping the far end. Hurl is broken back there. Podge. Cuddy didn't get the ball too far. It was cleared outside by John Paul O'Mara. Back covering is still Cuddy, the centre half back. Tremendous opening 9 minutes of play. The ball down to Podge Cuddy again. He turns and strikes it, dropping to the left and wide. Opening wide for Castletown coming from Podge Cuddy. 2 wides for Birr. In the game, Birr a point, the defending champions. Castletown a point, the Laois champions. Cyril Cuddy doing well. Out in the middle on Conor McLowan. The ball out to John O'Sullivan. Turns onto his right hand side and strikes it back in towards Richard. Kicks it, but everything is out to it. Oh, huge catch from Jority. Tremendous play from the full back, full forward, he play anywhere. Into Paul Cuddy. He was reaching back for that one and comes out of the ball. Great run by Paul Cuddy and drives it on the run. Way down the side of the field. Standing under is Michael Butler, but he's beaten for the pull by John Paul O'Mara. Johnny Pilkinen going into it. David Cuddy just stood back and let him go. Up towards Simon Whelan. Whelan blocked down by Robert Delaney. The ball sticks in the ground. As they say in golf, it's plugged. And the referee will get it and throw it in. Throw it in quickly. Simon Whelan very near the sideline, down on his knees. Kicked out over the sideline in desperation by John Palmer, the wing half back. More broken hurdles. Pat Ahearne throws him back out to the sideline. That's a marvellous cut inside by Johnny Pilkinen, but it's all the way to the left and wide. Eleven minutes gone, a point apiece. John Lyons with a puck out, drills most of them down along the far side. This one in for Podgy Cuddy. Podgy Cuddy and Niall Claffey. Cuddy does well to win it. The ball hand pass inside to Phelan O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan on the run, opening up the defence, is still going forward to Phelan O'Sullivan. He sets it over. Great score from Phelan O'Sullivan. His first score, I believe, in 4 games. Excellent score indeed. Good play by Podge. Cuddy taking the puck out from Lyons. And Castletown lead by 2 points to 1. 12 minutes gone. Fighting for it, Declan Pilkinen. The ball across into no man's land. Paul Cuddy on the chase with Gary Hannafy. Cuddy gets there first, Hannafy tips it away. Cuddy still trying to win it. Has it in his hand at the third attempt, being well held and held by Conor McGlone. In possession, he gives the ball to Robert Delaney, and a massive clearance from Robert. On down towards Michael Butler. He was surely being held. Patrick Phelan and Joe Phelan trying to get into his hand. He's there, just tips the ball away and pulled on again by John Paul O'Mara. David Cuddy and Johnny Pilkinen. Pilkinen wins the ball and hand passed it across to Niall Claffey. Liam Power. Power is fouled by John Palmer. And the free in is to Birr. 13 minutes gone. Standing in front of it is Brian Wheelahan, a chance to equalise about 50 metres out. Brian Wheelahan rises and strikes it to the right and wide. Stalemate out in front of the goals. Referee Pat Ahearne eventually blows the whistle and gives the free out to Castletown. 14 minutes gone in the game. Bad miss there from Brian Whelan from in front of the post a couple of moments ago. Castletown leading by a single point. A massive puck from Paul Cuddy. Drops about 30 metres out. Brian Whelan had the hand up, fighting for it. David Cuddy has it in his hand now, about 30 metres out, turns and drives it, but drives it to the right and wide. David Cuddy with that one. 4 wides to 2. 2 points to 1 on the scoreboard. Castletown leading. Back covering John Palmer for Castletown. Out into an open space, but the open space is covered by Johnny Pilkinen. Pilkinen drives it inside. To Liam Power. Power goes for the score, and the sides are level. 15 minutes gone. Liam Power taking the pass from Johnny Pilkinen and driving it between the posts. 2 points each. John O'Sullivan drives it in low inside horse. Patrick Phelan, a chance here for Phelan. Been well held by Erity, and Erity has all the tricks in the game. Cornerback Gary Cahill, the captain. Sean Hanlon. Down towards Michael Butler, but good play by the Burman. Back to Gary Cahill, and Cahill drives the ball up. Paul Cuddy out to it first, lets the ball go by him, but covering is Martin Phelan. Birr still putting on the pressure. Martin Phelan with a second chance. Runs into a player. And pulled on first time by Cyril Cuddy. Down to John O'Sullivan. Sullivan doing well on Brian Whelan. Gets the ball outside to his brother Phelan. Phelan going forward is fouled. And a free into Castletown. David Cuddy comes out to take it. Just 17 minutes gone in this opening half. The sides level at 2 points each. Cuddy drives it in, but drives it to the left and wide. Third wide of the game for Castletown. Second for David Cuddy. That one was a simple one from a free about 50 metres out. Johnny Pilkinen pulls but misses it. Cyril Cuddy back covering. Phelan O'Sullivan tries to get it up. Still Cuddy kicks it to David Cuddy. Cuddy down along the sideline. A back covering is Gary Cahill. Michael Butler does well this time. At his feet. Can't get a strike in. Out to get it is Patrick Phelan. Joe Erty holding on to him. Tries to hand pass it inside. Michael Butler couldn't control it. Across the face of the goal. Kingston's inside a corner forward, but the ball cut away by Joe Erty. Pulled on by Barry Wheelahan. Up to Simon Wheelahan. Good covering back there by young Hanlon. Sean Hanlon, only out to the middle of the field. To Barry Wheelahan. Paul Cuddy. Paul Cuddy from his left hand side. Drills it down towards Podge, the brother. The bigger brother pushes the man out of his way. But Barry Wheelahan done well to take the ball off him as he was lying on the ground. Podge still fighting for the ball. Phelan O'Sullivan comes in to help. As the players square up to each other. Wouldn't exactly say square because Podge is a bigger man, but Barry Wheelahan, a massive puck from that throw-in up along the sideline. Back covering Robert Delaney. He's under pressure on Simon Wheelahan. Wheelahan blocks him down out over the sideline ball to Castletown. Robert Delaney. Podge Cuddy pulls on it and misses it. Niall Sappy. Hello. Player down injured. It's Phelan O'Sullivan. Strong teams as selected on the programme. Castletown got the opening score after 7 minutes of David Cuddy free from 40 metres out. Barry Wheelahan equalised for the Burman after 8 minutes. As I speak, as David Cuddy with a free from 55 metres, drills it in, but drills it to the left and wide, and that's 2 wides from David Cuddy from frees in the last 5 minutes, and both of them from only about 50 metres out. Barry Wheelahan equalised for the Burman after 8 minutes of play. Phelan O'Sullivan, who is playing at midfield, a marvellous goal from him after a puck out from John Lyons was taken by Podge Cuddy to Phelan O'Sullivan, struck it over the bar 2 points to 1. Just as I speak, it's Birr on the attack. It's cut off the other end of the field by full-back Paul Cuddy, and he wins himself a free. And then the equaliser came after 15 minutes of play. It was Liam Power taking a ball from Johnny Pilkin and driving it over the bar. Tremendous competitive game of hurling, has to be said. Birr have shot 4 wides, Castletown have shot 4 as well, and on the scoreboard with 20 minutes gone in the opening half, it's Birr 2, Castletown 2. But just stay with it because Johnny Pilkin is on the run about 40 metres out, drives the ball inside, a chance here for Simon Whelan, just across the face of the goal and out to the right, and out in fact for a 65 for Birr. So with 20 minutes gone, it's Birr 2, Castletown 2. Ryan Whelan will try to make up for his earlier miss. It was a shorter one than this. This is a 65 metre free. There's 21 minutes gone in the game. Whelan drives it in, but this one dropping short as well. The hand is up, taken, that's a goal! And disaster, Robert Delaney. An own goal, one has to say. Robert Delaney. The goal from Brian Whelan, dropped in harmlessly from a 65 metre free. Robert Delaney had it in his hand and just dropped it into the back of the net. Back across the side of the field, it's a chance to atone, and it's Michael Butler. Michael Butler driving it over the bar in front of the post, grabbing one back for the Castletown men. But that was surely disaster for Castletown. Harmless looking free, didn't strike it well at all from Brian Whelan, was dropping in, the hand went up for Robert Delaney and he drops it over the line, giving the goalkeeper no chance. Backward play in the centre of the field. Cyril Cuddy drives it on down. John O'Sullivan tips the lovely little ball inside. Richard Kingston didn't get it too far. David Cuddy can't control it. Things not going right for him. Now he has a chance. The ball cut away by Johnny Pilkington. Over here near the sideline, David Cuddy takes it off him. Picking and holding on to him. Cuddy's on the ground. 3 Birr players around him. Bit of support is needed there from Castletown. And eventually the hurl going in, but going in too high. Referee will speak to midfielder Owen Dooley. Scoreboard now. 24 and a half minutes gone. Brian Whelan drills one inside. Paul Cuddy is under this one. The ball breaks away from him. Back outside to Declan Pilkinen. Back into the middle. David Cuddy back defending. We thought he was a forward. Owen Dooley pulls first time on the ground. It's cut off by Brian Whelan. Ball is high in again. Falls at the feet of Cyril Cuddy and Hannafy. The ball hand passed across from Declan Pilkinen to Simon Whelan, and Simon Whelan drives it to the left and wide. How we doing? In around the square, the ball dropping in. John Lyons is down on Birr putting on the pressure, but Lyons comes up with the ball. Referee Pat Ahearne blows the whistle, and what is he going to do? He's going to give a free, throw the ball in about 20 metres out. 26 minutes gone in the opening half, and it's Birr 1-2, Castletown 3 points. Birr still putting on the pressure. The ball won by Conor McLowan. McLowan into Lyons. Lyons drops the ball, but does well to hold it again. Under pressure coming out, tips it on the hurl, and hand passes the ball across the far side for Robert Delaney. Delaney on the run. He'll be disgusted with giving away that goal, but this is a marvellous run out of the defence. Still going forward with the ball. Can he pass it to someone? Poor pass after all of that. Giving the ball straight away to Niall Claffey. Fionnán O'Sullivan. Paul Cuddy. Cut back outside again to Niall Claffey. Comes to David Cuddy. Cuddy from 50 metres out. Drives it in and drives it over the bar. David Cuddy, lovely point from play. 27 minutes gone. Just a point between the side. Fionnán O'Sullivan drops it, tips it away then to David Cuddy. Cuddy throws it up with the ball, cut away by Barry Whelan. Tremendous block down. Castletown win it back. Cyril Cuddy, he loses it. Back to Barry Whelan again. Back to Pilkinen. Johnny Pilkinen. And driven in by Gary Hannafy. It's a massive puck. It's all the way over the bar. Gary Hannafy from way out the field. Massive puck from 60 metres out with 28 minutes gone. 1 goal and 3 points to 4 points. John Lyons puck out coming again. Taken by Hanlon, dropping it inside. Big punch, Cuddy goes up for it. Comes off the palm of his hand. Back covering is Brian Whelan. Whelan still in possession and under pressure. Back out towards the middle of the field again. Gary Hannafy has moved out to centre half forward and causing problems out here. Martin Phelan doing well. The ball up to Johnny Pilkinen. Pilkinen goes for the score. Whips it in. Whips it to the left and wide. That's a third wide of the game for Johnny Pilkinen. 1-3 to 4 points. Birr lead Castletown. 29 minutes gone in the game. A minute of normal time plus injury time left in this opening half. John O'Sullivan can't hold it. Johnny Pilkinen does and drills it across the far side. Out toward is Robert Delaney, leaves the ball behind him. Simon Whelan is in behind him. He wins possession. He hand passes it back outside again. The ball drilled in, dropping, but dropping to the right and wide. That was Declan Pilkinen. Seven wides for Birr, 4 wides for Castletown. John Sullivan took too much time. He was closed down by Brian Whelan. Then the ball cut back out for John Palmer. Palmer drilled it in. A massive puck, but goalkeeper Brian Mullins is equal to it. Phelan O'Sullivan blocked down by Niall Claffey. Wins it again. Hand pass it across to Cyril Cuddy. Cuddy strikes it low inside in towards Big Podge. Podge just pushing him out of the way, still in possession. But Birr defending well, and Brian Whelan's back there. Tipped outside by Gary Cahill. John O'Sullivan throws it up and misses it. And Brian Whelan cuts it away out to the middle. Phelan O'Sullivan breaks it down. Tackled by Hannafy. Gary Hannafy, fouled by Gary Hannafy. And a free in is to Castletown. 2 points between the sides. David Cuddy has missed 2 chances, maybe 3 chances so far. Has also scored 2 points. Just one about 55 metres out, rises it, strikes it well, strikes it over the bar. .31 minutes gone in its opening half. Just a point between the sides. 1-3 to 5 points. Third player down injured and attention will be called. Back with play, plenty of injuries in the opening half, almost 33 minutes played. A point between the sides, 1-3 to 5 points. David Cuddy and Johnny Pilkinen, neither of them win it. Pilkinen does, hit it away one-handed. Corner forward, Rory Hannafy. Hannafy now strikes it back across the middle, stopped by Paul Cuddy, and Paul Cuddy drives it out to the centre of the field. John O'Sullivan stayed behind Brian Phelan this time in one possession, turns onto his right-hand side. Terrible poor ball from John O'Sullivan. Michael Butler being clearly held, no free given. The ball driven out by Niall Claffey. Taken by Lee Power, but taken back by Cyril Cuddy to David Cuddy. David Cuddy back onto his right-hand side. A lot of one-sided hurlers on this Castletown team. Back inside into the middle, trying to make some of Podgy Cuddy and Richard Kingston. Can't get the ball up. Eventually back covering it, Brian Whelan, and Whelan drives the ball, typical style. We're only out to midfielder Owen Dooley. Low on the ground, Patrick Phelan, a chance here. The ball just stopped inside by Gary Cahill, the captain. Outside of John O'Sullivan. But the ball taken off him by Barry Whelan, and he back into the middle. Great defending and great play by the Birr man. John Paul O'Mara got the last strike to it. Robert Delaney under pressure gives it back to Cyril Cuddy. He's blocked and the ball taken off him. Pulls twice. Simon Whelan, tacky player, but away comes Cyril Cuddy. That's good play and good recovery by him. And from the left hand side he drives it on down. Brian Whelan takes it, intercepts it and drives it back up. 34 minutes gone. High pull surely there from Conor McLean. And eventually Robert Delaney is fouled, but surely there was a free before that. A high pull from Conor McLean, and referee Pat Ahearne didn't blow that whistle. And now the player has been booked. .35 minutes gone in the opening half. Drills it inside to the right of the post. Up goes the hurl of Richard Kingston. Podge Cuddy's back there. Gets the ball back outside, but only as far as full back Joe Earthy. Earthy clears it up along the side as the referee blows the half-time whistle. And after a tremendously exciting 35 minutes of hurling, it's Birr the championship lead by a single point. Birr 1 goal and 3. Castletown 5 points. Referee Pat Ahearne throws in the ball for the start of the second half. Strong pulling in the middle of the field again by Barry Whelan. And Birr come back on the attack down to Simon Whelan. Robert Delaney back at corner back. The ball driven back out to Barry Whelan, the midfielder, turning and twisting with the ball. Hand passing inside to Gary Hannafy. Hannafy drills it in. Comes off the post, back down in the square. John Lyons out to it. Lyons as well. He's swallowed up, but he gets his shot in. Way out to the side of the field. Barry Whelan under it again. Whelan does tremendous skill to control the ball. Hand passing back to Niall Claffey. Claffey goes for the score all the way over the bar. 34 seconds of play. Back covering again. Sean Hanlon. The ball across, a chance here now for Lee Power. Power drives it over the bar. Birr opening with a vengeance in the second half. Just a minute gone. 2 scores for them. Hook out coming again. John Sullivan didn't pull. Won the ball when it came down. Tries to pass it forward. Ball up to Sullivan again. Can't get it up. Kicks it ahead of him. Comes across to Kingston. Richard Kingston. On the run is Richard Kingston along the end line. A chance here now, but the ball cut away. Good defending by Birr. And eventually the foul committed. And 2 players down injured. 1 from Birr and 1 from Castletown. And Brian Whelan certainly came in contact with John Sullivan off the ball. There was also contact with a Birr player, and Fionn O'Sullivan coming in and telling Brian Whelan what he thinks of him. And now serious words being exchanged, but brothers fighting for brothers, it has to be said on this occasion. Barry Whelan's back on his feet. John O'Sullivan still in trouble. Three points between the sides. John O'Sullivan's okay. The free out will be to Birr. On the red line, Brian Mullins will take it. Great catch by Hannafy. That's Gary Hannafy. Drills the ball across the far side. Good play by David Cuddy. Drills the ball up this side of the field. Coming out toward Michael Butler. Had the ball in his hand, but foul from behind. The free to Castletown. David Cuddy will take it. Just 5 minutes gone in the second half. A goal between the sides. David Cuddy takes the free. Curling out to the left hand side. Patrick Phelan is in there. Drops to his feet. Patrick Phelan with a chance in the square. Shot. A goal! Goal from Patrick Phelan. The free in was from David Cuddy from all of 75 metres out. Dropping in around the square. Patrick Phelan grabbed the ball. He was surrounded by Birr players, but a one-handed slap to the back of the net. And the sides are level, 1-5 each. Paul Cuddy coming out of the ball, been pulled and dragged and fouled. Paul Cuddy takes the free. Inside Patrick Phelan. John Cuddy fighting for it, beaten by Brian Wheelahan. Ball tipped back outside. Down along that far side is the wing half forward, Declan Pilkington. Down the corner forward, Rory Hannafy. Hannafy goes off on a run. Martin Phelan chasing after him. Gets his shot in, but good play by Martin Phelan. Close him down, and Cyril Cuddy's back there to cover. Cuddy coming out of the ball. Hand pass to David Cuddy, onto his right hand side. Drills it up for Michael Butler. The ball stopped, but Michael Butler pulled on it. Up to Richard Kingston. Came too far above his hurl. Outside is Phelan O'Sullivan. And Barry Wheelahan. He leaves Barry Wheelahan behind him. Goes off on a solo run. This is good play by Phelan O'Sullivan. Strikes the ball, but blocked down by Johnny Pilkington. And back there is Brian Wheelahan covering. Patrick Phelan trying to get it up. Whelan hold on to him. A chance for Castletown again. The ball back outside to Owen Dooley. Going too far out. Drills it back into Patrick Phelan. Castletown looking for the lead. The hurl pulled away from Wheelahan. Patrick Phelan in fighting with Podge Cuddy. Got the hurl to it, but the ball goes out for a 65. Or is it to the right and wide? In fact, it's out to the right and wide. Took out from Brian Mullins. 7 minutes gone in the second half. David Cuddy. Cyril Cuddy. Tremendous play from Cyril Cuddy. Across to Phelan O'Sullivan. Phelan O'Sullivan back to Cyril Cuddy again. Cyril Cuddy throws it up. Doesn't drive it too far. Dribbling back along the ground. Barry Wheelahan back covering. Hand pass outside to Niall Claffey. Claffey down the wing. Over covering is Robert Delaney. Delaney pushed from behind. And a free to Castletown. Castletown right in this game. 1 goal and 5 points each. Paul Cuddy takes the free from his own 45-metre line. Drills it low up along the wing. Very, very near the sideline. Out over the sideline before the Birr player struck it. The sideline ball is to Birr. After a week of very, very heavy rain. And both teams giving 100%. Low along the ground. And Johnny Pilkington pulls on it first time. Rory Hannafy pulls on it again. Gary Hannafy, in fact. Declan Pilkington across the far side for Rory Hannafy. Hannafy and Martin Phelan. Phelan loses the hurl, but goes after him like a tiger. Still sticking into him. The boot going in. Trying to get it. Great play by Martin Phelan. And eventually the foul committed on Cyril Cuddy. And the free out is to Castletown. Castletown getting the breaks. They need the scores. 9 minutes gone. Paul Cuddy drives this one up. Up go the hurls again. David Cuddy beaten again by Brian Wheelahan. The ball outside for David Cuddy. John Sullivan, I should have said, beaten by Brian Whelan, but the ball across the far side this time. Declan Pilkington gets it down along the wing. David Cuddy's there, wins possession. Going forward on his left hand side, drills the ball in towards brother Podge. Podge can't hold it. Running across to Richard Kingston. Kingston trying to get it up. Could do with a scoop, but wins it in his hand. Hand pass the ball back outside of Owen Dooley. The ball in from Owen Dooley, but he drills it to the left and wide. That's the first wide of the second half. 2 wides, in fact. Party Cuddy. And that time Owen Dooley, and now it's a free for Castletown again. David Cuddy placing the ball, standing very close in front of him, and too close in fact. His centre half forward. Full forward. Gary Hannafy now playing at centre half forward. The hurl up. David Cuddy in his own half of the field. About 90 metres out. He drills it in. Dropping in around the square. Up go the hands again, but the hurl was higher from Birr. Chasing across his own Dooley. Dooley tackled and the ball runs away. Off the far side of the field. Hello. 11 minutes gone in the second half. It's 1 goal and 5 points for Castletown, 1 goal and 5 points for Birr. Don't think so. Ball dropping in, dropping to the left and wide. Castletown certainly doing well in the second half. In the opening 11 minutes got a goal and certainly playing very, very well around the field and getting the breaks as well. Okay. David Cuddy, the ball dropping in around the square. Chance here, blocked out again. Tremendous save by Joe Erity. Joe Erity saving the ball and getting across to the far side of the field. The ball hit back across and it's over the bar from David Cuddy. David Cuddy, 12 minutes gone. Castletown going to a 1-point lead, 1-6 to 1-5. Twelve minutes into the second half. The puck out from Brian Mullins. Yes, indeed, we're just 12 minutes, little over 12 minutes into the second half, and Castletown lead by a single point, 1 goal and 6 to 1 goal and 5. Just after at the half time, it was 1-3 to 5 points in favour of Birr. 2 points in very quick. In the opening 2 minutes, in fact, from Niall Claffey and Liam Power, had the Burman 1-5 to 5 points ahead. But then came a goal, long range free from David Cuddy, dropping in around the square. Just as I speak, it's a massive puck from Johnny Pilkington, just to the right and wide from a sideline puck on the far side of the field. But a goal came from Patrick Phelan, the captain of Castletown. David Cuddy, 75-metre free, dropped in around the square. Patrick Phelan grabbed it, turned, and despite being surrounded by players, got a one-handed stroke to the back of the net. Just a couple of moments ago, Joe Erity saved it off the line as Castletown were piling on the pressure and out for a sideline ball the far side of the field. From that sideline ball, the ball came to David Cuddy and he struck it over the bar to put Castletown into a 1-point lead. Tremendous second half of hurling. There's 13 minutes gone and it's Castletown 1-6, Birr 1 goal and 5. Ball down the far side of the field, chasing after it, Rory Hannafy. Hannafy gets it across the face of the goal. But back covering is Robert Delaney. Way up the side of the field. That's the wing half back. Niall Claffey. Barry Wheelahan. Wheelahan turns and strikes on his left hand side. Robert Delaney. And Gary Carl. And out over the sideline, and the sideline ball is to Birr. Gary Carl seems to have moved way up the field into the corner forward position of number 2. Barry Whelan, the midfielder, cuts this, it's a low one on the ground. Only going as far as Liam Power. Back outside of Barry Whelan. Coming to close him down with the cornerback Sean Hanlon. Whelan hand passed the ball inside for the cornerback and the captain Gary Carl. But back covering and covering tremendously as Hanlon drives the ball outside. Phelan O'Sullivan has work to do. Does the work well and wins possession and goes off on a solo run. Good play by Phelan O'Sullivan. Tackled heavily by Johnny Pilkin and fouled by Johnny Pilkin. And the free is to Castletown. But 22 warming up on the sideline for Birr is Paul Murphy. David Cuddy, Paul Cuddy in fact taking this free from deep in his own half. He drills it in over towards Patrick Phelan. It's a massive puck. Can it be kept in play for either the end line out to the left and wide? Paul Cuddy's long shot couldn't be kept in play, and now a sub coming in for the Burmen. In is Paul Murphy. Castletown still lead by a point, 1-6 to 1-5. 16 minutes gone in the second half. Great block down the far side by Cyril Cuddy, having a tremendous game. Conor McLowan, the player, got off. Got a yellow card earlier on. Michael Butler Lowell on the ground. Richard Kingston doing well. Brian Whelan and John O'Sullivan, and Brian Whelan retaliating this time. He got himself a free, but retaliated as well. The battle going on between the two players and the referee with the book out. And it's certainly 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Yellow card for John O'Sullivan. Obviously the referee didn't see it the same as we did from the commentary position. Brian Whelan takes the free. Far back into Barry Whelan. Barry Whelan going forward. Hand pass the ball inside. John Lynch is out to it. Danger is here. The danger averted as Paul Cuddy takes the ball. Wins it back again. Great play by the fullback. The ball hand pass outside. Good play on the far side of the field by John Palmer. David Cuddy comes into it. Strikes it on his left hand side. Up along that far sideline. Birr defending well. Defending in numbers. They're just a scrum on that far side of the field. And now John O'Sullivan, who had his name taken a few minutes ago, just getting embroiled in this again. Referee Pat Ahearne in, sorting it all out. Tempers have been cooled, the ball will be thrown in. 18 minutes gone. Castletown leading by that single point. And in possession is centre half forward John O'Sullivan. Gets his shot inside, but well held by Joe Arity. And a great clearance by Joe Arity. A tower of strength. Coming on with Robert Delaney. Delaney as strong as a horse as well. He gives the ball forward to Fionnán O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan strikes it, not too far. Podge Cuddy pushed inside, and referee, no action taken. That's a dreadful decision by Pat Ahearne. Has to be said on this occasion. Podge Cuddy definitely taken down in the square, and no free. Barry Whelan drives the ball outside. In towards Podge Cuddy again. Cuddy breaks it down. Patrick Phelan is there. Still Patrick Phelan turning, twisting, gets the shot in and drives it over the bar. Patrick Phelan point. Puts, with 19 minutes gone, puts Castletown 2 points ahead. But Podge Cuddy clearly brought down in the square. Before that, no free given. Back come Birr and Hannafy. Hannafy drives it in, drives it over the bar. Drives it over the bar, but the umpire calling the referee in, but it will be a point. 19 and a half minutes gone. Gary Hannafy getting the point. A point between the sides again. Referee inside. Yellow card for the two players. One is Brian Whelan, Barry Whelan, and the other is Robert Delaney. Puck out coming to the far side of the field. David Cuddy's over there. Does well to win possession. Under pressure. Strikes the ball inside. In towards Big Podge again. This time he gets the ball ahead of Joe Arity. Podge in possession and going forward. A chance here. And pass the ball across. A goal! A goal from Michael Butler. Butler finishing the ball to the net. Podge Cuddy had also made it. Podge and David combining. 20 minutes gone. 2-7 to 1-6. The ball driven inside by Gary Carl. Castletown now have to hold their heads. The pressure is on inside in the square. The ball just tipped back out. Referee will blow the whistle and I'm sure he'll throw the ball in. 21 minutes gone. 21 minutes gone. Castletown leading by 4 points. Ahearne will throw the ball in. A vital ball for both sides. For Birr to win possession. Try and get a score. For Castletown to clear their lines. The ball is thrown in. Sean Hanlon doing well. Dispossessed. Birr win possession. And the free committed on Declan Pilkinen, and a free in to Castletown. Free in fact, the Birr, of course, 30 metres out in front of the post. Brian Whelan takes the free, rises it, strikes it, and strikes it over the bar. 22.5 minutes gone. And now the referee being called in again. Martin Phelan and the substitute Paul Murphy, or is it Paul Cuddy and Paul Murphy been speaking to? A goal between the sides. 23 minutes gone in this second half. The ball drilled out to the far side of David Cuddy. He's quickly swallowed up, but retains possession. Johnny Pilkinen trying to close him down. He gets the pass away with the line of Declan Pilkinen. Declan Pilkinen trying to get it back down to Johnny. Johnny on that far sideline, whips the ball inside to Rory Hannafy, but he's well covered. Cut back across again. Gary Hannafy didn't connect. Corner back, Sean Hanlon does, and drives the ball back up along the field. Back there is Whelan, back there is Patrick Phelan. He wins possession, he goes off on a run. Every score is vital. Can he get another? Patrick Phelan turns and strikes it over the bar. And dropped it, he struck the ball, struck the ball inside, or is it him? No, it's another Castletown player down off the ball. Referee won't let play go on. Tremendous point from Pat Phelan. From the acute angle. And he puts Castletown into a lead again. A 4-point lead. There were 3, there were 4, there were then 3, they're now 4 again. 24 minutes gone. Can Castletown hold out in the last 6 minutes? Can Birr hang on to their Leinster title? Hannafy wins the ball, gives the ball across to Johnny Pilkinen. Pilkinen is on the run, going by and going forward. He's foul going forward. And the free in is a simple one. And Brian Whelan will come forward to take it again. The pressure is now on Birr. They're warming up another sub. Paul Carlow, the number 19. Brian Whelan standing over the ball in the semicircle. He rises it, strikes it strongly, strikes it over the bar. 25 minutes gone. In possession, John O'Sullivan is in a hand pass the ball forward to Dooley. Dooley turns and strikes, but he's blocked down. Oh, Castletown needed a score there, but young Owen Dooley just blocked down as he was striking it. Martin Phelan, tremendous catch from the cornerback. He drives it back up the field. John O'Sullivan, Sullivan coming more into the game. He drills it across the far side, dropping it around the square. Up go the hurls, the ball's inside. It's on the edge of the line. Trying to force it in, but the referee, Pat Ahearne, is in. Pat Ahearne coming out. Was he going to throw it in? He's giving the free. That's a free to Castletown, and that's a certainly important break for the Castletown men. David Cuddy will take it. 26 minutes gone. David Cuddy standing over the ball. David Cuddy rises it, strikes it, and misses it. Unbelievable, misses the ball from 20 metres out. Will this be a rallying call for Birr? Back to coming on the far end of the field. John Lyons is out to it. Wins possession. Runs into trouble. Hand pass the ball across to Paul Cuddy. Paul Cuddy drives it out. Players are marked up the field. The ball won by a wing half-back, Niall Claffey. Unbelievable miss from David Cuddy. Castletown. Gary Call for Birr. Drives the ball inside. Robert Delaney goes up. Paul Cuddy out to it first. The ball cut away by Wheelahan. Back covering Robert Delaney. But Wheelahan wins possession. That's Barry Wheelahan, the midfielder. Turning, twisting with the ball. In possession. 27.5 minutes gone. The ball taken back there by John O'Sullivan. Cut out of his hand. Won by Hanlon. Hanlon drives it outside. It's taken by Cyril Cuddy. Cyril Cuddy doing well. Hand pass it to Fionn O'Sullivan. And Fionn O'Sullivan drives it up the field. The ball drops down inside. Patrick Phelan in possession. And going forward. Phelan throws it up. He's blocked down. Pat Phelan with a real chance. David Cuddy now with a chance. He drills it in. It's over the bar. 28 minutes gone. Castletown into a 4-point lead again. David Cuddy with that one. Sub coming in for Castletown. 2-9 to 1-8. Coming off his own Dooley. Going in Brian Ferns. Is there time left for Birr? 28.5 minutes, there's plenty of time. Back covering is the wing half-back. John Palmer. He drives the ball up along the stand side of the field. Out to it is Podge Cuddy. Back covering is the cornerback Donald Franks. The ball clashes up high. Grabbed out of the air by Brian Ferns, the substitute. He drills it in. It's over the bar. His first touch of the ball. Brian Ferns. That could be the insurance point, even though there's time and plenty of time left in this game. Brian Ferns, his first touch. 29 minutes gone. Back come Birr. That's a great run from Johnny Pilkington. He stopped, but he gives the ball back to Gary Hannafy. Hannafy's shot is taken by Martin Phelan, a hero in the defence for the Castletown men. Coming Cyril Cuddy to David Cuddy, and David Cuddy drills it up towards Patrick Phelan. He got the all-important goal. Fighting for possession, Brian Ferns. A high pull there from Brian Wheelahan. The ball comes out to the side of the field. Drilled on down. Ball broken down again. Castletown defence standing firm. Paul Cuddy wins it. Martin Phelan. Heroic stuff from him behind. 30 minutes exactly gone. He holds onto the ball too long. A free in for Birr. 30 minutes gone. Can Castletown hold out? They lead by 5 points. What will Brian Wheelahan do here? Will he be content with a point? Surely he'll have to do something else. Rises the ball. Strikes it low and hard. It's blocked down by Hanlon and cleared by Cyril Cuddy. Out to the middle of the field. Up goes Michael Butler. Falls at his feet. Pulls on a one-handed. Patrick Phelan will get there first. Tries to gather it up. One-handed. Tussling for possession. Butler comes into it again. He wins possession. And he's just pushed out over the sideline. Sideline ball to Castletown. But great play by Michael Butler. 31 minutes gone. Niall Claffey. He drills it across the far side. John Palmer covering. Hand passes it forward for John O'Sullivan. He eventually won the battle with Brian Wheelahan. John Sullivan drills it up along the far side. Over there is Richard Kingston. Been pushed and been held. The ball coming back out to Brian Ferns. He whips it back across the middle. Over there is the unmarked corner forward, Simon Wheelahan. A long ball down. Up goes Hannafy. The ball breaks to the feet. It's pulled on by Paul Murphy. Back there covering is Cyril Cuddy. What a game he has had, centre half back. Away he comes with the ball. Super play, Cyril Cuddy. Up along the wing. Back down along. to Gary Hannafy. Hannafy drilled it in again. The ball going back. Big hell back there was Martin Phelan, and being fouled was John Lyons. 32 minutes gone. On the brink of a famous victory. Hello. Ball up. We're well into injury time. 2 minutes into it. Castletown lead 2-10 to 1-8. 5 points between the sides. Birr fighting to get back into the game. A lot of stoppage in the second half. Is there enough? The ball pulled out in the middle of the field. It comes to Gary Hannafy, the number 14. He's in the middle. A long ball in. Dropping it. Out comes goalkeeper John Lyons for Castletown. He throws a dummy. He hand passes the ball outside to Paul Cuddy. Paul Cuddy drives it, and it's all over. It's all over, and a famous victory for Castletown. Tremendous hurling from them in the second half. They took the game to the champions. They took it to them, and they won on merit. The real turning point coming 20 minutes into the second half. The second goal for Castletown. It came from David Cuddy to Podge Cuddy to Michael Butler, and Butler got it across the line. It put him 4 points up, 2-7 to 1-6. Back came Birr with Brian Whelan, a 35-metre free. Pat Phelan for Castletown, 2-8 to 1-7, but Birr were fighting all the way. Again it was Brian Whelan, a 25-metre free, 2-8 to 1-8, just that goal between the sides. David Cuddy then on a 20-metre free. He threw it up and missed it from 20 metres out. It seemed that maybe things were turning in Birr's way, but back they came. Pat Phelan had a shot, it was blocked down. It came out to David Cuddy, and 30 metres out, he slotted it between the posts, 2-9 to 1-8. And then with just a minute of normal time left, Castletown brought on a sub, Brian Ferns, and Ferns from about 45 metres out fired the ball at his very first attempt over the bar. There was 5 points between the sides. In the closing 3 minutes, Birr put on all the pressure, but a heroic Castletown defence stood firm with Paul Cuddy, Martin Phelan, Cyril Cuddy, Robert Delaney, John Palmer, Sean Hanlon. They were all heroes in those final minutes as Birr put on immense pressure, looking for goals, looking to pull the game out of the fire, but Castletown held firm, repulsed it all, and held them scoreless in those closing 5 minutes. Tremendous victory for Castletown then. They go forward to meet the Kilkenny champions next week, and I believe the final score, Castletown 2-10, Birr 1 goal and 8 points.